Hello, how are you today? So this is really different for me going on YouTube. We're going to see if this works. But since Facebook is down today, I didn't really have much else of a choice but to go live here instead. I hope that you all found me here on YouTube instead of on the usual Facebook Live. We're going to try this out together. And if you aren't part of the 5-day challenge, I don't care. Welcome. This is day 3 of our 5-day Awesome Closet Decluttering Challenge, where we are decluttering our ugliest closet, and today we're talking about clothes. So if you don't already know me, my name is Susanna Kay. I am a professional organizer and I teach productivity, and I also run these challenges occasionally over on my Facebook group and through email. And who knows, possibly eventually through YouTube as well, if this works well. But as people join in, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the challenge real quick. The 5-day challenge can be joined through the Home Organizing Challenge group on Facebook, once Facebook is back up and running. And it's 5 days of taking one small bite at a time to get through your entire closet. So, a little bit about me real quick so that you could get to know me a little better, because I'll also repost this in the Facebook group for the challenge so that everybody can see it. My name, again, is Susanna Kay, but I was not born organized. Not organized, not efficient, not having any of it together. I was like a box of kittens that had been fed Red Bull. And I still am that way in a lot of ways. I have ADHD, which definitely affects things, but I have learned all the tips and tricks to make it a little bit easier in my life. I'm a right-brained creative, and I'm also the creator of the magic wand of professional organizing, the Mind Your Home program. If you want to find out more about me, you can hop over to susannakay.com and learn a bit more, see what's going on, and you can also find me on Facebook at Susanna Kay at Spark Organizing. So, if you join in, I would love to see who all hops on either live or during the replay. If you could give me some love, hit any like buttons, send me a note so that I can see you chatting right here, all of that stuff, so I know who's on. I'd also love to find out right in the comments below how many of you have your own closet and how many have to share it with someone else. I know I share mine with my husband. We have equal halves, which is a challenge because we've got super tiny closets in this mid-century modern home, but it means that we have to get creative with our storage. So let's go right into how to organize your clothing, because today in day 3, we're really focusing on the down and dirty, organizing your clothes. Now, if you like a concept or an idea, please, give me a like, a thumbs up, all of that good stuff so I know and I can kind of make sure to go deep enough into that subject, or comment in the comments so that I know that you're loving it. But today's mental shift was to give yourself fewer choices in order to not get so overwhelmed. You read this in the email if you got the email today, but when you have too many choices, your brain will go into shutdown. So a lot of times I like to reduce the number of options I give myself with a choice. This might mean that I'm going to review something more than once. That's okay, because otherwise it can get overwhelming and then we go into shutdown. So there's more about the mental shift in the Challenge in a Box bonus box, but that was our mental shift for the day. You can read more about it in the email. I see, hello Diane, you found us. It's wonderful to see you. Diane has been an absolute rock star with all of the progress that she's made during the challenge, and I'm just so glad to have you here. All right, so as far as going through clothes, first step will be to pull out all of your clothes. Don't skimp out on this one. We talked about this yesterday. Pull out everything that has to do with being clothing. Then you're going to do the friendship test with it, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Then you will make your decisions, and you will put it all back. So it's 4 steps to making clothing decisions super easy. So first step, like I mentioned, pull all of your clothes out. We talked about this in yesterday's live. like totally went deep into this one as far as why. But if you don't have room to pull everything out, at least pull out one full category at a time. All pants, all business clothes, all dresses, whatever that category is for you, pull all of that out at one time so you can really get a good picture of how much you have. When it's still in the closet, it's very hard to see how much you still have. Then I mentioned step 2. Step 2 is the friendship test. This is one of my favorites, and everybody always talks about how when they do this, it makes it so much easier. The friendship test gives you fewer choices like I mentioned today. So that mental shift that we talked about, the fewer choices, this is the perfect way to do this for yourself. It breaks it down into bite-sized chunks, and you're just separating things out. This is not a final decision. So you're not making those final decisions yet. You're just grouping things first. The way this works, each item of clothing belongs in one of 3 categories. You decide whether it's a best friend, which means you would look for it if you didn't see it. It's something that you go to all the time. It's either super comfortable or you absolutely love it. This is the best friend of clothing that if it's not in your closet, if it's in the laundry, you might even do laundry just to get it back. We all know these certain clothing items. You know, this shirt is super cozy and I love it. So it's one of my best friends. Then there's acquaintances. If it's not a best friend, it might be an acquaintance, which means it's not that you don't like it. It's just that you might not go looking for it. If you didn't see it, you'd probably forget that you even owned it, or you rarely wear it. You pass it by a lot. So that's your acquaintance. If you didn't see it, you'd probably forget it, or you pass it over to reach those best friends. Doesn't mean that you don't like it, but it does mean that it's not a bestie. The other one is a stranger. Now, these clothes are the ones that either you kept them because you think you should, or they're one-day clothes that you've never worn or you never wear. They're uncomfortable. You don't feel like you look good in them. They're who you wish you were, not who you actually are. All of those types of clothes, things that you just don't either feel comfortable in, you don't like them, you never wear them. If the tags are still on there and it's been a while, those might be some strangers to you. But these are the ones that you definitely can identify that you just don't really like them. And it's nothing personal. Someone else might like them. They might be great clothes, but they're a stranger to you. So once you've gone through all of your clothes, you just separate them into piles. It does not mean that they're going anywhere. Best friends, acquaintances, and strangers. You could do this by category, or you can do this with all of your clothes at once, depending on how much space you have and mental bandwidth. If you're understanding it so far, feel free, drop a comment to let me know if this makes sense, or if you don't know and you don't understand something, please let me know so I can clarify. Step number 3. This is where we make the decisions. So this is where the strangers, pretty much all the strangers are probably going to go, because you don't feel good in them, you don't look good in them, you don't really love them. Even if they're super cute, they're not necessarily for you. So the strangers will probably all go. It should be an easy decision. You just grab them all up, donate them, let them go. Then your best friends, you don't even need to ask on these. Automatically put them back in the closet. Put them away in the right place in the closet, nice and neat, or in a temporary place if you want to see how much you end up with. But we know the best friends are going nowhere. These, we would probably chop off someone's arm if they tried to take them from us. I know I've got some like that. So the real decisions happen with our acquaintances. Now, these you might need to try on. See if they're comfortable. See if they fit. Look to see if they're worn out or stained or have any holes. See what's missing. Excuse me. See if you've not been wearing them because maybe you don't have pants that match that top. Or maybe you've got 3 other tops that are also black just like it. So you've been going for the one that's even more comfortable. What's the reason that you're not wearing them as much? Why are they acquaintances? And then you can judge based on how much space you have left after you've put back your best friends to see how many acquaintances you really want to let back in your closet. Because It's great when the closet can be just what you absolutely love and feel good in. When you open up the doors and know that anything you choose you will be happy with, that's an amazing feeling. So we don't want too many acquaintances in there. This is where you're going to be hard on yourself and hard on your clothes, but those acquaintances, unless there's a really good reason and you have plenty of space, they should probably head out the door. So that's how you make your decisions. I see Diane says, makes sense, but I also have a sentimental pile. Things I'll never wear again, but make me smile at the memories they evoke. Yes, Diane, I hear that all the time. I actually talk about all of these specific clothing types in the additional bonus add-on little, I guess it's a bonus video set that I have. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in a couple minutes. But within there, I do a whole video and it includes those memorabilia clothes because we've all got those too. And they're a very specific thing. So good question. And I love that you're big-hearted like I am. I have the same thing. Now, step 4 is to put things back by category. What category is up to you? It depends on how you think. You know, some people like to sort their clothes by what event they'd wear them to, whether they're work clothes, going out clothes, lounging around the house clothes. Some people like by color, sleeve length, whatever works for you. I want you to put them back by that category. So get them all back in the closet in whatever category makes sense to you. There's no right or wrong here. And that, by then, you're done. That's it for the clothes. So by taking those decisions down to the 3 simple choices before you make that final decision, it saves so much anxiety. Because I know when you look at that huge pile of clothing and you're not too sure about the decisions that you're going to make, that anxiety can start to build up and it can become overwhelming and you can become uncertain and you might even feel like giving up or just having a hard time with your anxiety. That'll get rid of it. So just 4 steps to completely do your clothes. First off, you pull them all out. Second, you do the friendship test. Third, you make your final decisions. And then 4, you put them all back. Now, I know that I just mentioned to Diane and everybody else that I have bonus videos that I just released. So it's the Decisions Bonus Pack. Because I've heard so many people who were talking about how the anxiety of making decisions has made it a bit overwhelming, or just seeing the mess that organizing creates is bringing up anxiety. I decided to put together a bonus video set for you guys. It's super quick to go through, but it's filled with all of these like nuggets of just gold. It's all of my best stuff that has to do with overcoming the anxiety and how to make decisions super easy. So I mentioned to Diane that the specialty clothes, I go super in depth in there. I go down to, we talk about if things are the wrong size, if they're big or too small, how do you make that choice? Seasonal clothes, all of the special event clothes, memorabilia, that's for you, Diane. And for people like me, what to do with memorabilia clothes and the whole I wish I was that person category. We have that one too. So I go in detail about the best ways to make the decisions on these areas because with these lives, there's just simply not enough time in 15 minutes to share all of this with everybody, but I want to make sure that nobody gets stuck with the anxiety and overwhelm. Another video that I have in there, I also have what to do if you're really not sure and you're not ready to let go with it yet. I have the guilt-free way to make that decision for you, and it's super, super easy. I use it myself. Then also I've got a whole video on where does everything go? How do you decide where to put things back into a closet or a cabinet? It can be used anywhere in your house, but I talk about organizing property law. That's what I call it. I don't know that it's an official term. That's what I call it. But it works with any cabinet, any closet, figuring out where to put things that make sense. And then I even included some bonuses for you. I've got the how to release the anxiety when it starts to build up, as you see the mess, or you get overwhelmed by the project, or as you're making decisions, and if you start to get anxious. I've got some good tips for just bringing you back to center, taking the anxiety back out of it, and getting back to the job at hand so that you can handle it and get to the finish line. And then I've got some really fun ones like a purse bin. I will tell you about my purse bin, and it's an easy way to change out your purses without ending up having multiple purses sitting in your closet full of like random receipts and pieces of gum and all that stuff that just never gets back out. The purse bin is a super easy way to quickly change out your purse without having to go through a whole bunch of craziness and make decisions. So this bonus video set, I posted the link in the description, and I will also post it in the Facebook group. It's only $14, but on Friday it's going up. The price is going up to, I've not even decided, it's either $20 or $25. Normally it's $25, but I might give you guys a break. But it is definitely available until the end of the day Friday at $14. And it includes the full challenge. So if you wanted to keep all of the challenge videos, the challenge PDFs of the tasks, if you missed any of the challenge and you joined us late, this is a fantastic way to see all of those tasks and all of those videos without missing a thing. And you get to keep that forever too. So buy that now. Just click on the link and you can get that. Do it before Friday, the end of the day Friday. This video set, everybody has just said that it makes such a huge difference with the overwhelm that they feel and the anxiety. It's similar to, it's like a small little bite taste of what you get in Mind Your Home, which is the bigger program that helps you go through your whole house one bite at a time with the encouragement that you get in the group like this one. So, I don't know how much $14 is in sterling. That's a really good question. I have to look that one up, and maybe it'll let me reply to that. It'll let me reply to that later, I hope. So if not, I will also post that in the group. The good thing is when you do hit buy now on the button, then it will show you the conversion for your own currency, which is handy. So give me some love if you liked what I said. Give me some love if you understand and if you want me to keep sharing tips like this, because this is what I love to do. I love to help you get past the overwhelm. So tomorrow we're talking containers, we're defining purposes for our areas, and we're playing catch up. Diane says that she loves the purse swap out tip idea. Oh my goodness, it was on the news. I posted the news clip too of where I show how to do it. I love the purse bin. It's just made it so much easier. But I will catch you tomorrow, hopefully on Facebook Live or back here on YouTube, whichever one is up and running, and maybe both, because this was kind of fun. I've never done YouTube before on live, so we'll see how this goes. If you liked seeing this on YouTube also, can you give me some love? Write that in the comments that I know whether I should do more YouTube lives, because if you guys are liking it, then I have no problem doing both. Anyway, so tomorrow's the containers. Today, your assignment for the challenge. Show me your piles. I know, Diane, you already sent me your after photos. Oh my goodness. Like, you're a rock star. I want to see where you're at in the process, everybody. I want to see the piles that you've got to donate, or the piles that you've made a huge mess and pulled out of your closet and you're in the process of. Show me your progress. And also, as soon as Facebook is back up and running, comment on two people's posts, because we're all about giving each other some love and encouragement in that virtual hug, right? Because we get it. We know what it's like. And I put in the description, I put the link to buy the bonus video set, and I will also post it in the Facebook group. But make sure to click and buy that now so that you can use those videos right away. I guarantee that's going to help this sorting day go so much easier for you. Making those decisions on the clothes, just having these videos is going to help you a lot. So hop on over. Diane, I will let you know how much $14 is in various currencies after this is done. And I am so glad that you're enjoying the challenge, all of you. I love you so much, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Bye.